Here's Slippery Rock head coach Kevin Reynolds. A thrilling 62-58 comeback win over Gannon in their building, PSAC quarterfinals. Down by 9 late in the second half, you come back, tie it with 7.5 seconds left. Down by 4 with 2 minutes to go in the overtime. Come back, get a monster three-pointer from Darius Clark, his only points of the game. Just a phenomenal, gutsy comeback performance. Overall thoughts on tonight's game?
Oh, shoot, really proud of the guys, John. Guys really played hard. We talked before the game, we needed to grind the game out for 40 minutes. We didn't realize we needed to grind it out for 45. We've been just really stressing to the guys that, you know, the difference between high school and college is 32 to 40 minutes, so 8 minutes. That 8 minutes is huge. It really is a difference from a lot of high school players to college. Well, then you got to play 40 minutes out, and we played 45 minutes out. And a lot of winning plays by a lot of guys. It was a total team effort. The bench, the support staff, managers, assistant coaches, and of course the players made a lot of great plays to win the game.
And some things that really stood out to me tonight, the game was called real tight underneath the basket. I think we had 9 or 10 offensive fouls, turnovers, charges called against Slippery Rock. Did that creep into the mentality of the big guys down the stretch? Did they not want to get down low?
I don't think so, John. I think it was one of those things where the guys finally, it was the first game in the 28th game, we finally didn't overreact to a suspect call. You know, not every call is going to go your way. The guys are humans, so some go your way, some don't. You have to stay in the game and not overreact and jump around because you won't get the next call. And I think the guys did a great job of that. Probably not myself as good a job tonight. I was proud of the guys, but myself, I was a little animated, and I was real proud of the guys to keep their composure and cool, and I think that had a lot to do with us coming back to win.
And tonight, when you needed somebody to step up and be big in this game, that person tonight was Tabari Perry. Phenomenal, 19 points, 6 of 7 from the field, made huge shots down the stretch, made some free throws to ice the game toward the end of overtime there. Talk about Tabari's performance tonight.
He was great. He was on the glass. Last game, I think he got his momentum against Cal, 20 points, 6 rebounds, John. And then today, obviously, he was a monster effort, guarding, shooting, and then people forget when it was a 1-point game, he stepped up to the line and knocked them both in. And then Gerald came over the huge board. They missed the 1-and-1. Gerald came down with it and made a great play. But I hate to single guys out because it was a total team effort. A lot of guys made a lot of winning plays. And we can enjoy this for the way home. Go to Burger King, grab some burgers, some sandwiches, and then get some desserts. And then we have to get ready for East Stroudsburg because they're one of the better teams in the region and arguably the best team in our league over the last 2 years. So we're going to have our hands full.
Talk about the play call from Gannon. They're trailing by 1 point late in the overtime. They call timeout with 20 seconds left. The play call, they come out. They let Blazik, who's 0 for 6 in the game from 3, they let him shoot an NBA range three-pointer. What did you tell your guys in the timeout before that? We
didn't know what they were going to run. They went to a flat ball screen, which had worked well for him last game. I mean, if you remember up here a week ago, John, I think he hit 2 or 3, if I'm not mistaken, from 3. So they gave their best player the ball in the middle of the floor with a flat ball screen, and he just missed the shot, and we were good enough to bar. He went and rebounded. That's the other thing. Not only did he have a great game, he went and got the biggest defensive rebound of the game because, if you remember, John, we couldn't get off the defensive end for about 2 minutes where they killed us on the old boards, man. That never has happened to us in my 5 years at Slippery Rock, where I think they got 4 or 5 straight offensive boards. And the good thing is we didn't foul. We didn't get frustrated, and then we finally got a stop, which was good.
And moving on now, you'll face East Stroudsburg, the defending conference champions, in the semifinals at Indiana on Friday with a chance to get back into the conference title game for the second time in 3 years. Talk about the roller coaster this team's been on over the last couple weeks.
We feel like we've been pretty consistent, John. Other than last Wednesday up here, I think now we've won 7 of 8, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe 6 or 7, somewhere in that regard. So I think we've done a real good job. But Friday we have our hands full. Obviously, you have the defending champs. I think they've been now to 4 or 5 straight PSAC Final Fours. They got, in my opinion, one of the top 5 Division II coaches in the game over across the country, and Jeff Wilson. His record shows that. He's done a similar job at Stroudsburg that we've done at Slippery Rock, where he's taken a team, I think, that won 3 or 4 games before he got there, and now has made them a national power. So we have our hands full. They have a lot of good players, and we'll enjoy this to about 12:30 tonight, John. Once we get back, we'll get back to grinding and getting ready for Friday night.
Great. Congratulations, Coach.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it.